So there's this dilemma, right? And you'll be aware of this very quickly here. Your anime movie template generally has to not rock the boat too consequentially by disrupting the anime canon, but they want to make more high profile content that you're willing to spend money to go see, but it can't disrupt the canon of the in production anime and or manga, right? So ultimately what you're stuck with there is like you're utilizing the familiarity of the property, but you can't progress the story in any concrete way, really. A lot of anime movies fall into this where shit happens, but then shit has to be completely undone before the movie's over to not like have to be addressed in the already in production, in parallel production anime. I'd like to say most Naruto movies fall into this kind of thing where, you know, they'll generally go venture to a different location to meet new characters to deal with a foreign threat and have all three things resolved in the same movie. That way, whatever happened there is completely irrelevant to what happens in the plot of the anime. And the problem here is that in Heroes Rising, it's the same thing. Like, it's between arcs and they go to a foreign area with new characters, deal with a foreign threat that comes and goes in the same movie. I did enjoy the first My Hero movie because it was essentially a prequel. So you can like so you were able to like do shit there and have it not have it add backstory essentially, and it didn't feel completely like isolated. And you never felt this dissatisfaction of it having to undo things. And the problem here, no spoilers here. Well, I guess it's kind of a spoiler here. The problem here is that like shit happens in Heroes Rising and then has to be completely undone in the final 5 minutes so that things return back to status quo going forward to not disrupt the anime canon. For me, it was just like, okay, this is one of those movies now. Which is unfortunate because I get like the further along an anime gets, the more complicated and involving it gets to like try to not disrupt all the intertwined connections of the plot amongst many characters. And Heroes Rising definitely has way more baggage to deal with in terms of keeping the narrative in check and not disrupting it. Now, that does not disrupt the fact that it's a great looking film and that some of the fight scenes are super duper sick. But, I mean, when shit happens and you're like, oh, really? And then in the last 5 minutes, you're like, oh, really? So there's my best attempt for a spoiler free. If you've seen any anime filler films, the TLDR is Heroes Rising is an anime filler film. If you are a die-hard My Hero fan and you can look past that, you're just like, you know, give me some more right here, you know, between seasons. Then this will keep your boner going. That way you don't like die from, I don't know. I'm pretending here that you star in like Speed 4, where like you have a boner, and if your heart rate goes below 100, you die. So you know, Crank 4, right? If your heart goes below 100, you die, right? So you got to keep your heart rate pumping, and the only thing that can do that is more My Hero Academia. So if you are a diehard My Hero fan and you're looking for something to fill in your life, yeah, the anime filler movie is going to do your job for you. But if you've seen one anime filler movie, then you know exactly what you're getting here. New location, new characters, new villain, all of it resolved in the same movie. Anything that happens dramatically here is going to alter the stakes of the entire plot or narrative of the anime itself or manga. Completely undone the final 5 minutes. Oh yeah, the villain to me is trash. The villain is trash. Dude, again, my review here is that it's a bad movie. It's a bad movie. It's a boring plot. Here's the cool thing though. Due to the success of Dragon Ball Super Broly, like making like Godzilla bank for an anime film, I think that bred more confidence in other distribution companies giving anime a serious run at the theaters. My Hero's first movie in 2018 only had 2 showings here in South Louisiana, where I stay. And then Dragon Ball Super had, I think, maybe like 4 showings total. The screening I went to was fucking packed, dude. There was nowhere to sit. And by comparison now, My Hero, Heroes Rising, it's playing for a full week, which is like, oh shit, okay, there's more confidence now. You can actually, it's economically viable to like give anime a, like, you know, an actual, I don't know, breathing room in the theater. Louisiana's the heart of anime in the US, isn't it? No, not even close.